coverage you can count on.
Good afternoon, everyone. Breaking in just the last hour, Allegheny County is reporting a drop in new coronavirus cases. Today's report includes 158 new cases, and that is the lowest single-day increase in cases this week. There are 12 new hospitalizations out of more than 1,600 test results, and no new deaths were reported. Today is a Code Orange Air Quality Action Day as the heat index approaches 100 degrees. Meteorologist Jessica Faith is in Severe Weather Center 11 with the latest forecast. Jessica?
And that heat advisory will be in effect within the next hour. So we're looking at that heat advisory to be in effect from 1 p.m. until 8 p.m. That's the ideal area where we could see heat index values get reached or exceed 100 degrees. And that includes all of the areas shaded in orange that you see here. And even if you're not shaded in the orange color, expect it to be very hot as we head later on into the afternoon and evening hours. Already looking at temperatures, actual air temperature reaching 90 degrees in a few spots, including 90 degrees in Greensburg, 90 in Beaver. We're going to take a closer look at the heat index values that you could expect for this afternoon, and that's coming up in just a little bit.
All right, thank you. Normally, when the weather gets this warm, the city will open cooling centers to give residents a place to beat the heat. But because of the coronavirus, the city's not going to be doing that this summer. Channel 11's Mike Holden found out what neighbors are doing instead.
While some are enjoying this summer heat, temperatures continue to climb here in the city of Pittsburgh, putting many folks in immediate danger. And when you factor in the coronavirus pandemic, things can get even more challenging. Pittsburghers are in search of relief, working to beat the heat after more than a week straight of 90-plus degree days. And in some places like downtown, well, it could feel like 100. But COVID-19 has put summer plans and ways to stay cool on pause at the moment. With city pools and air-conditioned libraries shutting down, many are turning to spray parks like this one in Troy Hill. We captured these kids and their parents socially distancing and trying to cool off. As cases of COVID spike, senior citizens are in a very difficult predicament. City officials were forced to close cooling centers, which are typically held in our senior centers. A spokesperson with the city said all are closed, since seniors are those at most risk of hospitalization and death due to COVID-19. Folks we spoke with say they feel for them, and we should all be a good neighbor by checking on one another during this challenging time.
I have mixed feelings about that. You could die from the heat, especially older people who have respiratory problems. But on the other hand, COVID does attack the lungs.
In the meantime, health officials are stressing to stay hydrated and try to maintain social distance practices. We're now working to talk with folks about how they're adjusting to the heat and their suggestion to others for Channel 11 News starting at 5 o'clock tonight. Reporting in Troy Hill, Mike Holden, Channel 11 News.
New at noon, 1.3 million workers filed for unemployment last week. The jobless claims are down slightly from the 1.4 million claims last week. Continuing claims also dropped to 18.6 million from a week ago. Breaking news from the U.S. Supreme Court. The court has dealt a blow to the president's efforts to shield his tax returns and financial documents from New York prosecutors. Our Washington correspondent Serena Marshall joins us now with more on this big ruling.
Good afternoon to you. The Supreme Court ruled the president cannot block his financial information from a subpoena brought by New York investigators, that he is not immune from criminal investigations. In the 7-2 ruling, the justices rejected the argument of absolute immunity, saying the president is not above the law. The case is part of a criminal probe to examine corporate records involving a possible cover-up of alleged hush money payments. Trump appointees Neil Gorsuch and Brett Kavanaugh siding against the president, with Chief Justice John Roberts writing the opinion. President Trump was quick to respond on Twitter, sending out multiple tweets, including one where he wrote, "Courts in the past have given broad deference, but not me," and another calling it a political prosecution. It is still unclear how much material will become public or when they'd get the records, but the DA declaring victory. In a statement writing, they will resume their investigation and follow the law and facts wherever they lead. On the other financial records case, the Supreme Court ruled that Congress won't get access to the president's taxes, at least for now. They sent that back to the lower courts, saying they failed to account for the quote-unquote weighty concerns regarding the separation of powers. Reporting from outside of Washington, I'm Serena Marshall, Channel 11 News.
Starting at midnight, Allegheny County will enforce new restrictions for restaurants and bars. The goal, of course, slowing the spread of COVID-19. So here is what is changing. All indoor dining and inside alcohol service is prohibited for at least another 2 weeks. Outdoor seating will still be allowed with social distancing. Takeout meals and alcohol to go are allowed, and there will be a 3-drink maximum for outside drinks. Now, one surprising exception is Rivers Casino is allowed to reopen.
It's very difficult, and it's very challenging because you're not talking about what it is today. What do you think it's going to be a week from now? What do you think it's going to be 2 weeks from now if you don't do certain things?
Also, indoor gatherings will be limited to 25 people or fewer, and outdoor events to 50 people. In Allegheny County, at least 150 people have tested positive every day this week. As for the number of people tested and how many are in the hospital, according to the Allegheny County Health Department, from June 22nd to July 8th, 21,000 people were tested. 2,000 tested positive. That's about 10%. 60 people were hospitalized. 13 people have died. We also wanted to look for signs of encouragement in our numbers, so we compared Allegheny County to similar-sized counties for some context. And take a look. So far, Allegheny County has recorded a little more than 4,300 cases. Franklin County, Ohio, home to Columbus, has a similar population and has more than 10,000 cases. And the case count in Mecklenburg County, North Carolina, that's home to Charlotte, has more than 15,000. Restaurants and places like Westmoreland County are in limbo right now as they wait to see what new coronavirus restrictions from the state will look like. We told you on Tuesday when sources said restaurants in the county could close to indoor dining for up to 2 weeks. Channel 11's Melanie Gillespie spoke with a restaurant owner who's in a really bad spot because of all of this.
Well, you can see here inside of Loopy and Leo's, the dividers are already in place at the tables to follow those CDC guidelines, but all of this could be shut back down tomorrow because of an increase in coronavirus cases in Westmoreland County. It's another possible setback for restaurant owners in Westmoreland County. Hearing the governor is considering shutting down indoor dining just 1 month after allowing restaurants to open back up.
It's one of those situations where we kind of just have to take it a step at a time and see, kind of just wait for the order to happen. Loopy and Leo's in Hempfield Township can't benefit from outdoor seating, and with current restrictions at 50% capacity, they can only seat 23 people in-house. But with another 2-week shutdown looming, they're worried. It could be very detrimental because as far as business itself, as far as employees, it makes it very difficult for the employees. We just start bringing employees back, and then we have to cut employees because we don't have the hours again. The State Department of Health is looking at the spike in numbers. Westmoreland County had 449 total cases on June 1st. That number stands at 896 today, after 33 new cases were reported in 24 hours. I don't see the difference from a restaurant to a bar to a grocery store or a convenience store or any of those sorts. Loopy and Leo's is just hoping the support from the local community ordering takeout will help them pull through once again. It's a good sign and it's a good feeling to know that we have such a strong background and support from our customers. So that's a good thing, but it also makes it really hard because I know we're not the only ones that they're trying to support too. Right. So. And Westmoreland County commissioners say they have no control over this decision. They say this is a decision that comes down from the state. Reporting in Westmoreland County, I'm Melanie Gillespie for Channel 11 News.
The Mellon Park tennis bubble will be closing indefinitely starting at 8 o'clock tonight. The city cited patron and staff concerns about the airborne spread of COVID-19 as the reason for the closure. However, the city's outdoor courts are still open. A big loss for folks in Elizabeth Township, where a popular pool is forced to close, but not from the coronavirus pandemic. Instead, it's from a fire. Channel 11's Liz Kilmer reports from Buena Vista.
Next to the pool here, you can see the entire building is gutted. This after a fire broke out, which officials believe was suspiciously set. It held space for lifeguards, storage, and it had bathrooms. So until further notice, the popular pool is closed.
There's a lot of frustration. I mean, it's heartbreaking.
Heartbreaking not only for the community, but for the fire company itself, which owns and operates the Buena Vista Pool, where first responders were called around 3:30 Thursday morning to a fire at the building alongside it. They got things under control, but now it's gutted, forcing the pool to close indefinitely. It had been open since last month and was at max capacity most days.
I'm just devastated. I mean, like I said, we're so thrilled to give the kids something to do this summer, and now to take it away, it's devastating to say the least. Absolutely. Every single day. I've been here every day since we've opened.
The chief says the fire's being investigated as suspicious. Investigators with the fire marshal's office were sent. We saw an arson dog sniffing around and evidence markers placed down. So the big question, what happens next? Well, that pool manager there says that she hopes that they can rebuild, hopes they can be back open soon. You'll hear more from her and more from a lifeguard coming up tonight at 5. Also, we'll talk more about how this is actually a revenue source for the fire company. Look also for the very latest in terms of what caused this fire. Again, all that tonight at 5. Back to you.
The debate over whether schools should reopen this fall is heating up. The concerns some have if kids return to the classroom. And you've probably heard fireworks going off in your neighborhood, but imagine them being thrown right outside your door. Why one neighbor says this prank could have caused her to have a medical emergency.
It's hot again today with high heat index values. I'm taking another look at the heat index values, and we'll let you know the latest numbers coming up in about 7 minutes.
Channel 11 covers weather everywhere you live.
And we have the experience to get it right. We know the unique weather patterns across our neighborhoods. That's why it can be raining in Beaver County,
while it's dry in Westmoreland County.
Weather coverage you can count on.
When news is happening near you, Channel 11 is there.
Aliquippa, Coriopolis, Moon. We cover news everywhere you live.
That's what makes Channel 11 News different.
We're in McCandless, Cranberry, Butler. For news from where you live,
watch Channel 11 News at 5.
Watch Catherine Amenta and Gordon Lesh on Channel 11 Morning News.
If I didn't get enough sleep, I can have episodes the next day, so this was a little bit scary.
Security cameras captured someone throwing fireworks outside her neighbor's home. To her, it's more than just a harmless prank because she has epilepsy. She told Channel 11's Gabriella DeLuca those fireworks need to stop.
This surveillance video has made its way around the Southside community, where neighbors say fireworks go off almost every night. You see the SUV pull up close to midnight and shoot a firework out the window in the direction of a home.
Once you see the video and once I read, the news report from Mayor Peduto, it was very violent.
Jennifer Holloman lives a few blocks over from where this happened.
There were a couple of times where I screamed because it was so loud and just caught me off guard. And then the fear.
She suffers from epilepsy, and if she doesn't get enough sleep at night, it could be dangerous.
The fear is I live alone with my dog, so if I have an episode that's not outside or at work, I just have to hope that I wake up in time.
As for her dog, she's terrified.
She urinates in the house, and then she just shakes. I actually hid in the bathroom with her because it was the most quiet place.
Channel 11 has been reporting on fireworks complaints for weeks. On the 4th of July, Public Safety says they responded to hundreds of fireworks calls, including fights, injuries, and fires as a result. Plus, Mercy Hospital's burn unit treated a record number of burn patients on the 4th, more than 20 people, including children. Holloman is now pleading with the public to stop.
Police say anyone who violates fireworks laws could be fined or even charged. Reporting in Pittsburgh, Gabriella DeLuca, Channel 11 News.
And more details now. The burn center at UPMC Mercy treated a record number of people for fireworks injuries this summer. The hospital says it treated more than 20 people for serious injuries over the July 4th weekend, including several children. And to put that into perspective, last year, the burn center treated only 6 people for fireworks injuries. State police have a new lead in the disappearance of a toddler nearly 34 years ago. They now believe a family member was involved, but they're giving no further details. Corey Edkin was last seen in 1986 at his home in Union County. He was only 2 years old. He would have turned 36 last month. Police are not saying if they believe Edkin is alive. A $10,000 reward was just issued in hopes it will turn up new leads in that old case. One of the oldest suit makers in the country is filed for bankruptcy. Brooks Brothers filed for Chapter 11 yesterday. The demand for suits has been plummeting ever since the pandemic hit the U.S. Brooks Brothers plans to close about 50 stores nationwide. The company has been around for so long, it has provided suits for 40 U.S. presidents. Today, we're seeing dramatic video of a man saving a child's life when the little boy was dropped from a burning building. The video shows Philip Blanks diving to catch the boy inches before the boy hit the ground. This happened at a burning apartment building in Arizona. The mother of the 3-year-old dropped him from a 3rd-floor balcony.
I just had tunnel vision on the boy and just made God help me with that catch. We were close to the ground, man. It was a miracle.
Wow, amazing video. Tragically, though, that boy's mother died, but not before she saved the lives of both of her children. It has been nearly a year since severe weather left homes underwater in the Oakmont Commons. There will soon be a plan to make sure that never happens again. A survey of the area was done last year to address stormwater management issues. That information was given to an engineering firm who created the plan. Right now, it's being reviewed by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, and they expect to make a decision in the coming months.
Your severe weather Team 11 forecast.
For your Thursday, more heat, more humidity, and we're looking at uncomfortable conditions heading further into the afternoon hours. Already above average in Pittsburgh at 88 degrees. Plenty of sunshine for you with a light wind from the south-southeast at about 5 miles per hour. And all across the area, we're looking pretty hot for your lunchtime hour, including already in the 90s in Greensburg and in Beaver, both in the lower 90s. Now, that's nothing compared to the heat index. Remember that the heat index is what it feels like outside when you factor in the humidity, because the humidity will make it feel a lot hotter to our bodies. So here's the current heat index. And boy, oh boy, is it hot. It feels like 94 in Butler, Beaver feels like 94 as well. So we are already seeing a impact with the heat and humidity on those feels like temperatures as we go throughout the day. Now this afternoon, it will feel much hotter. We'll feel dangerously close to that century mark, which is why we are in a heat advisory for many spots in western Pennsylvania. Now, just because your county is not under a heat advisory does not mean it's going to feel like Christmas all across the area. You will need to be careful if you're headed out and about outside. It will be hot everywhere. But that heat advisory will be in effect from 1 p.m. to 8 p.m. That's when we expect the hottest temperatures in our area. For those who have to get a run in today, the later the better. Once we're out of the 90s, feeling much better, but still pretty above average throughout the daylight hours. Tonight, warm and muggy in the 70s, so above average even for the overnight low. May have a stray evening shower or thunderstorm, and kind of putting that same forecast on repeat for tomorrow. For tomorrow's highs, different day, similar story. Temperatures in the low to mid 90s for the high, but notice this. Factor in the heat index and another hot day where we could have feels like temperatures near 100 degrees. The projected heat index for Pittsburgh at 98. So we have a lot of heat headed our way for the rest of today and going into your Friday as we wrap up the work week. A very hot Friday is what we expect. The good news is, heading into the weekend, we have a cold front coming, igniting more showers and thunderstorms, also knocking those temperatures down effectively back into the 80s, kind of getting closer to where we should be for this time of year. And for this time of year, we should be right around 83 degrees, but we're adding about 10 more degrees for today and tomorrow. But again, better weather is on the way temperature-wise for this weekend, even the beginning of the new work week. Those overnight lows knocking down as well, getting back into the 60s.
The doctor's office isn't the only place to get a coronavirus test. The local dentist who's cleaning teeth and testing patients.
Lawmakers are looking into how data from our smartphones can help track the spread of COVID-19. I'm Samantha Manning in Washington with why some are concerned digital contact tracing may pose privacy concerns for individuals.
Channel 11 Morning News brings you what's happening now.
3 houses are on fire. This is an incredibly active scene.
What's new?
We remain in the green phase, but bars and restaurants have to take a big step back.
The ban for on-site alcohol at bars and restaurants is in effect.
And what's next?
From June 21st to today, cases have climbed sharply.
They say these numbers are going in the wrong direction.
Notice the humidity starts to get in a humid range.
Count on Channel 11 News for live coverage every morning. Watch David Johnson and Peggy Finnegan on Channel 11 News at 5.
Artificial intelligence is being used to analyze contact tracing data. It's supposed to isolate coronavirus cases and keep people safe, but there are concerns about privacy. Channel 11's Samantha Manning reports from our Washington, D.C. News Bureau.
Here in the U.S., contact tracing is voluntary. Lawmakers say we have a low participation rate, and tech experts and health officials are looking to change that. Using our smartphones to track the spread of COVID-19. That's the concept behind digital contact tracing. It uses data from public Wi-Fi and smartphone sensors to identify people who may have been in close proximity to an infected person.
Contact tracing, often called the linchpin of an outbreak response, is critical to identifying those who have potentially been exposed.
Lawmakers on Capitol Hill called for the need to balance the health benefits from tracking the spread of the virus with the protection of privacy.
It is critical that citizens understand what data will be collected, who will have access to the data, and how the data will be used.
Members from a House panel heard from CV Key Project, an app meant to help trace COVID-19 infections.
It focuses on individual symptom checking, policy communications across communities, and access control into venues such as universities, workplaces, and schools.
The founder says the app takes precautions to protect privacy.
The data that eventually gets uploaded in the rare case where you've been infected is a set of random numbers that have no personally identifiable information.
Lawmakers say it's critical that protecting personal information is always part of the process.
The trade-offs that we make responding to COVID-19 have real financial and economic impacts.
Right now, contact tracing is done at the state level. There is not a national system in place here in the U.S. In Washington, Samantha Manning, Channel 11 News.
The CDC is set to release new guidelines about reopening schools, the problem educators could face if schools open back up.
We're dry right now, but could expect a few isolated scattered showers and thunderstorms. I'll let you know just how hot it's going to be for those areas that stay dry. That's coming up in about 7 minutes.
You're streaming WPXI now. Channel 11 expands its streaming live newscasts. When other stations are national, Channel 11 News is local, right here at 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. on WPXI Now. You've always counted on Channel 11 Morning News for breaking news. Now, we've expanded our coverage of breaking news where you live. Our anchor connects you to new information all morning long. Don't miss anything happening in the morning. Watch Channel 11 Morning News. Pittsburgh's chief meteorologist, Stephen Cropper, tracking the weather in your neighborhood.
Today, leaders in the Franklin Regional School District will vote on their plan to reopen for the fall. The district is considering some different options based on the state's green, yellow, and red phases. One option includes hybrid learning of in-person and online classes. There are also options on when masks can be removed. The upcoming school year is still in limbo in so many states, including in Pennsylvania. With the surge of coronavirus cases across the country, some parents and administrators are urging extreme caution, while the president and others are pushing to get kids back to the classroom just as soon as possible. NBC's Stephanie Gosk has the latest on this ongoing debate.
The debate over whether schools should reopen this fall is heating up.
We're going to move forward according to the data, according to the science.
In the country's largest public school district, New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio rolled out a preliminary plan with a mix of in-person and virtual school days. Class sizes will be cut. Face masks are required.
You'll be going to school, to the classroom, either 2 days a week or 3 days a week.
New York's Governor Andrew Cuomo saying not so fast. A decision will be made next month at the state level. Also going after the president for pressuring schools to reopen.
School reopenings are a state decision, period. We will open the schools if it is safe to open the schools.
It's a snapshot of the growing confusion sweeping the nation about when and how to open schools and if it's even safe. The American Federation of School Administrators released their new guidelines Wednesday, recommending schools take precautions like sanitizing extensively, ensuring clean hands and physical distancing, and reducing class size. As educators across the country, like in Dallas, where cases are surging, worry about safety if classes open up.
What would you say right now is the issue that's keeping you up at night in terms of getting kids back to school?
Well, I just think that these numbers keep changing and keep getting worse. You can't legislate behavior. You can't will parents to bring their kids. If they're not going to want to bring them, they're not going to bring them.
At one Omaha Catholic school, students will be on campus every day, and now every desk will be separated with plexiglass. School officials here say they're ready, and so are the parents.
They're wanting their kids back into school and be able to learn every day in the environment.
A recent survey of 400,000 New York City parents of students found that 75% of them want their kids back in school buildings. But a survey done in June by the Wall Street Journal and NBC found that 50% of voters with school-age children wanted their kids back in school buildings. And as that superintendent in Dallas told us, you can't legislate or will families to send their kids back to school. Stephanie Gosk, NBC News.
It's going to feel close to 100 degrees when you step outside. Meteorologist Jessica Faith is tracking those searing temperatures in Severe Weather Center 11. Jessica.
We're tracking above average temperatures for this afternoon. Factor in the humidity. It's going to feel a lot hotter, but the projected high for today, 94 degrees as we enter peak heating hours. Feeling pretty uncomfortable outside. Now the air quality is in the orange, code orange. That means it's unhealthy for sensitive groups, and that includes the elderly and the children. Now I'm looking ahead to this weekend's forecast, looking at the models, and we're looking at a desired change on the way. I'll let you know about changes considering the temperatures and the next shot for showers.
Today, Pennsylvania will take center stage in Decision 2020. Both Vice President Mike Pence and Joe Biden will be stopping in the Keystone State. Vice President Pence is going to be stumping for President Trump's reelection campaign in the Susquehanna Valley. He's expected to talk about the economy at a farm in Lancaster County. And former Vice President Biden will tour a metalworks factory in Lackawanna County outside his hometown of Scranton. The presumptive Democratic nominee is expected to talk about his economic recovery plan. You may think a hospital or a drive-through site are the only places you can get tested for COVID-19, but Channel 11's Aaron Martin shows us the local dentist who's providing tests and cleaning teeth.
Like most businesses, there's temperature checks here at Refresh Dental in Newcastle before you could go inside. But what makes this business a little bit different is they're actually doing coronavirus testing and antibody testing for all patients before they come in for dental service. It's a new thing that is now being expanded across Western Pennsylvania. As a breast cancer survivor, Susan Rock rarely leaves the house because of concerns over COVID-19. But after months of waiting, she scheduled a dental appointment. It's a decision she felt better about after learning Refresh Dental is testing patients for the coronavirus. When you first heard that, were you surprised or what were you thinking?
No, I was very happy actually, because being so immunocompromised, for me, where I go is critical.
The Newcastle-based dental practice is now testing all patients, bringing them in 2 to 3 days before their scheduled appointments. It's a change Dr. Andrew Mattis says has been well received.
Right now, it is, highly recommended, and we've not had really any pushback.
The staff continues to wear masks and other personal protective equipment during all visits, but Mattis says they're also part of the testing process.
We've tested all of the team members here, and then we are repeat testing on a certain cadence, and then if there's any concerns, we retest all the team members to ensure that those that are coming to work are safe.
The testing will soon be expanded to other offices around Western Pennsylvania. Rock is confident her test will be negative, but she feels better knowing significant steps are being taken to keep her safe.
To know that they are going to this extent to protect themselves and their patients, I was very, very happy with that.
Now, at this point, the coronavirus and antibody testing here at Refresh Dental is coming at no charge to patients. However, Mattis says that could potentially change depending on how insurance decides to cover these tests in the near future. Reporting tonight in Newcastle, Aaron Martin, Channel 11 News.
Happening now, the search has resumed in Ventura County, California for missing Glee actress Naya Rivera. The sheriff's office says the 33-year-old was boating with her 4-year-old son on Lake Piru Wednesday when she disappeared. Authorities say the two were swimming when the boy returned to the pontoon boat, but Rivera did not. The young boy was found safe on the boat Wednesday afternoon.
Investigators have interviewed the son. They've interviewed witnesses who found the son on the boat alone. They're still looking into the circumstances, but right now this appears to be an accident, and she was last seen in the water by the son.
The sheriff's office says right now there is no sign of foul play. After the break, the new bill that could save you a lot of money when you get a prescription filled.
Hi, I'm Lisa Robertson, and we've been bringing you a special version of Local Steals and Deals, where we shine a spotlight on amazing companies and their passionate founders. Small businesses really are the backbone of America, and we need them to thrive now more than ever. With Local Steals and Deals, we bring you exclusive offers from these brands on products that make your life safer, brighter, and more fun at a time when we all really need it. Join us in making a difference. Simply pick up your phone and text USA to 65,000 to learn more.
News is happening in your neighborhood. Channel 11 News is there.
We're in McCandless, Cranberry, and Butler. We cover news everywhere you live, not just downtown. We're in Aliquippa, Coraopolis, and Moon.
Bringing you stories that impact your town. That's what makes Channel 11 News different.
More local news from more neighborhoods. That's a fact. We're in Bethel Park, South Park, and Mount Lebanon. When you want news from where you live,
watch Channel 11 News at 5.
Channel 11 News at 5, covering more news happening in Allegheny County. A man and his 3 adult sons are facing federal charges after investigators say they sold a bleach-like chemical mixture as a miracle cure for coronavirus and other diseases. On Wednesday, federal authorities in Florida confiscated large barrels and containers of the substance marketed as Miracle Mineral Solution. The mixture was sold nationwide through an entity called Genesis 2 Church of Health and Healing in Bradenton. The FDA says the chemical sold becomes a bleach when ingested. A new bill looks to make sure you're getting the most affordable health care. It allows pharmacists to tell you about cheaper generic drugs. There is actually a law right now that bans pharmacists from helping their customers find low-cost alternatives. The bill passed a final vote in the State House on Tuesday, and it is heading to the governor's desk now to be signed. It's only July, but Hershey's is already unveiling its new treats for this Halloween. This year, the candy company has brewed up some spooktacular creations, including cookies and cream fangs, vampire kisses with a red strawberry-flavored cream inside, witch's brew Kit Kat with a crunchy marshmallowy concoction, and Reese's Franken Cups with a green cream. Disney World is getting ready to reopen the measures put in place to keep guests and workers safe.
The heat is cranking up in a pretty big way, but showers could bring some much-needed relief. I'm looking at your hour by hour, and we'll let you know the best shot for showers in about 6 minutes.
WPXI Now. When a major story breaks, this is where you'll find 24-hour coverage. From the Channel 11 newsroom to our crews live in the field, we'll bring you the information you need right now. WPXI Now. Always on when you want the latest on breaking news.
You put on Channel 11 Morning News. There is a team that has been working all night to get you the news you need.
The news doesn't stop. We don't stop.
As a mom, I know your morning is busy. We're going to give you everything you need, from the breaking news desk to weather and traffic. When you walk out that door, you're prepared.
Channel 11 News at 5, covering more news happening in Beaver County. General Motors is discontinuing production of its Chevy Sonic. The company cited declining demand for the car. It's going to be replaced with the new all-electric Bolt EUV. That's a larger version of the Bolt EV. The new car is set to debut next year. Another sign of the devastating impact from COVID-19 on the economy. One of the country's major airlines telling tens of thousands of employees they're going to be out of a job in the coming months. Here's NBC's Jolene Kent.
Tonight, United Airlines workers are bracing for the worst. The second largest U.S. carrier warning employees of 36,000 possible involuntary furloughs starting October 1st, calling it a measure, quote, we've always dreaded, and the action that was always a last resort in the context of this COVID-19 pandemic. Nearly half of United's U.S. workers could lose their jobs. Every part of the airline would be hit hard. 15,000 flight attendants, more than 11,000 customer service and gate agents, 5,500 mechanics, and more than 2,000 pilots, along with hundreds of food service workers and reservations agents. This comes after United Airlines received $5 billion in federal bailout money earlier this year in exchange for no major job cuts through the end of September.
Unless we see a huge return in traffic in October, which is unlikely to happen, airlines will still be losing tens of millions of dollars every day. So they're going to need to become dramatically smaller. They need to cut their costs, and that's what's going to happen in the fall.
The main flight attendants union says they expect more bad news on the horizon as cases of COVID-19 once again surge across the country and demand for travel remains at historic lows.
This crisis is bigger than 9/11 and the Great Recession combined. It's bigger than anything we've ever seen before by 5 times. And what this means is devastation for hundreds of thousands of families.
United says the 36,000 number is the worst case scenario, as other parts of the airline industry also have been hit hard. Plane manufacturer Airbus says it has received no new orders for planes in June, putting even more jobs on the line. After being closed for nearly 4 months, Walt Disney World theme parks in Orlando are preparing for a phased reopening. The Magic Kingdom and Disney's Animal Kingdom theme parks will open July 11th, followed by Epcot and Disney's Hollywood Studios on July 15th. When the parks reopen, there will be significant restriction on capacity. There will be temperature screenings prior to entering a park. Guests will be required to wear masks and practice social distancing. The daily parades are canceled for now, and kids will not be able to hug their favorite characters. Here's new video of a large funnel cloud. This thing is massive. It was moving across parts of central Minnesota. Those images captured yesterday near Brainerd, Minnesota. And about 100 miles west, one person died when a possible tornado ripped through Otter Tail County. The strong winds damaged homes and an RV park. Video showing what is left from one home. Debris from trees, personal belongings just scattered all over. At least 2 people were injured, but their conditions are still unknown.
Your severe weather Team 11 forecast.
No tornadoes today, but we do expect a few thunderstorms for the afternoon hours. They'll be isolated, so not everyone's seeing rain today. Right now, updating the forecast, we're already starting to see a few small specks of rain on the radar just for a few select spots. Not everyone is going to see rain today, but as we go later into those afternoon hours, coverage will continue to increase. So if you're looking for any relief from the heat, it is on the way later today, but again, just a few spots of rain right now on the radar, and that is a much welcomed change in the forecast because we're looking at a lot of heat today. So the relief from the heat in the form of rain, I'm sure a lot of folks are looking forward to that into the afternoon hours. 90 degrees is the current temperature in Greensburg, 91 in Beaver. So isolated spotty showers and thunderstorms for this afternoon. Today's highs topping out about 10 to close to 15 degrees above the norm, 94 degrees. Not only do we have the high temperature well above average, we also have humidity in the mix, and that will make things feel uncomfortable. Really not a great day to be out and about outside, especially since the air quality is low. The area is shaded in gray. We have an air quality alert in place, so we're in the orange, code orange for today for those sensitive groups. That includes the elderly, the children, those who are dealing with asthma, and even if you are getting over the coronavirus coronavirus or dealing with the coronavirus right now, I would suggest you just stay inside because it could be quite unhealthy for you today. Now, if you're, again, looking for relief from the heat, it is on the way. Pop-up showers will continue into the afternoon hours. Now, with this summertime pattern of those pop-up showers, the storm tracker really not a good indication of exactly where they're going to be. Where I want you to look at is to look at the coverage, how much rain we're going to be getting, and notice how spotty we're going to be as we go later into even the evening hours. Still around 5 o'clock, could run into some rain for your evening commute. As we lose heat from the day, we're really losing that fuel to continue on with those pop-up showers. But tomorrow, heating up from the day, you'll start to see it again pop up once again. Those pop-up showers can even have some more intense storms well off to our west, right around Philadelphia. Also around Beaver, could have a few pop-up showers and intense storms as well. Cooling down this weekend thanks to a cold front, getting closer to where we should be for this time of year, into the 80s, around 83 degrees for Saturday. More showers expected, so even more coverage for this weekend and the beginning of the new work week. Overnight lows getting closer to where we should be as well, into the 60s.
Coming up, why you won't find one Pittsburgh Pirate on the field this season. And here's local Steals and Deals Lisa Robertson.
Hey, Lisa Robertson here with Local Steals and Deals. Here's my question. Don't you love it when somebody really likes you? Guess who really likes you? Wrinkles Schminkles. This is a high-end beauty line, and we offer the original concept that we love on Local Steals and Deals. Silicone patches, high-end active ingredients. You sleep in them overnight, your skin looks amazing, right? They loved your enthusiasm so much, that they're doing something for us they're not doing for anyone else. They're offering us the chance to get their new Infuse Fast masks for 30% off. Nobody else can do that. So this is a new kind of concept from them. We have the patches, you sleep in them, they're great, but sometimes you're going, hey, I need a quick pick-me-up. I need something fast. I need to go out to dinner. I need to get a picture. My skin is just looking tired. I don't have all night. I only have 20 minutes. All you have to do with these Infuse Fast masks is, on clean skin, put the mask on your décolletage or put the mask on your face, take 20 minutes as Zen, wake up to glowing and beautiful, because I, of course, would take a little cat nap in that 20 minutes. You can meditate, do whatever you want to do. These are high-end active ingredients. It's not a little placebo. It's not a kitty mask. It's not a little blah, blah, blah. These are high-end active ingredients, chock full of high-end active ingredients. These are things like hyaluronic acid to hydrate. These are things like vitamins to brighten. This is, the face is actually going to have marine collagen. You get the idea. These are high-end, beautifully done. Biocellulose mask, they biodegrade completely, but in that 20 minutes, boom, they put all the good stuff in. Instead of giving someone an appointment, a gift card to an appointment to a facial, they're not going to have time to rearrange their life and go. Give them 20 minutes of fabulous. And because you're getting 30% off here, which you can't get anywhere else, get one of each and have your face and your décolletage look amazing at the same time. So, brand new concept here with Local Steals and Deals. Nowhere else at 30% off. Localsteals.com.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Gordon Lash.
And I'm Catherine Amenta. At Channel 11 Morning News, we help you prepare for the day ahead.
Definitely the heavy rain gear today with temperatures.
Heavier delays for the inbound morning commute.
We expanded our breaking news team to better cover news happening right now and give you new information throughout the morning.
Let's get right to Jennifer Tomazik live at the breaking news desk.
A huge impact on the area. In fact, we just found out.
Don't miss anything happening in the morning. Watch Channel 11 Morning News. We're on from 4:30 to 7 a.m. The 7-day forecast, now on your screen all the time on Channel 11 News.
We're learning about the first Pittsburgh Pirate to opt out of playing this season. Hector Noese is citing family reasons. The 33-year-old pitcher is a native of the Dominican Republic. He was signed to the team in December. Wildlife rangers at a nature reserve in Sri Lanka believe they've come across a very rare find, a pair of twin baby elephants. According to wildlife conservationists there, this could be the first ever recorded sighting of twin baby elephants in Sri Lanka. Wildlife officials are carrying out DNA tests to confirm if the baby elephants are indeed twins. According to National Geographic, around only 1% of elephant births result in twins. Adorable. That's all for Channel 11 News at noon. Our next newscast is tonight at 5 o'clock, and you can get breaking news updates anytime on our streaming apps. Just search WPXI on Apple TV, Roku, or Amazon Fire, Meanwhile, have a great day.
Breaking News Desk is really an invaluable tool.
You're going to get breaking news as it's happening. You can